Patrick Mahomes deserves a lot of credit for the Chiefs' Super Bowl victory, and running back Damian Williams deserves a nod as well. But let's give the once porous Chiefs defense some credit, led by former Seahawk Frank Clark, who just finished his first season in Kansas City after signing a 5-year, $105 million contract. Teams invest that kind of money in a player when they believe that player can make a difference. Too often in the NFL, we see players sign huge contracts and become fat and happy. Complacency sets in and the production goes down. Not with Frank Clark. Teams pay a player like Clark to not only produce during the regular season, but to make clutch plays in the postseason. We saw Clark do that Sunday in the Super Bowl. The 49ers were driving for the go-ahead touchdown in the final minutes. They had the ball in Chiefs territory, facing a 4th and 10 with 1:25 left in the game. Quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo dropped back to pass, and in seconds, Clark had him wrapped up for his 5th sack of the postseason. Drive over. 49ers got one last shot to keep their hopes alive, and on their first snap of that drive, Clark batted the ball out of Garoppolo's hands. Could have been ruled a fumble, but the officials ruled it an incomplete pass. The next time Garoppolo dropped back, he threw an interception. Game over. Big-time players make big-time plays. The Seahawks weren't sure what kind of person they were getting, but they definitely knew what kind of player they were getting when they drafted Clark in the 2nd round back in 2015. That was the time when Clark's life could have spiraled out of control, considering his struggles in college. While at Michigan in 2012, Clark was convicted of 2nd-degree felony home invasion and was suspended for 1 game. In 2014, he was kicked off the team after a disorderly conduct charge involving a former girlfriend. It's no surprise NFL teams steered clear of him when the draft rolled around. Not Pete Carroll, not John Schneider. The 2 leaders of the Seahawks took a chance on Clark and drafted him with the 63rd overall pick. Clark took advantage of the huge opportunity in front of him. He cleaned up his act. He said and did all the right things so as not to derail his pro football career and the potential millions that could be headed his way. In his final season with the Seahawks, he led the team with 14 sacks, vaulting him into free agency. He was the premier pass rusher available, and the Chiefs wasted no time signing him to change the culture of their defense. They can thank the Seahawks for grooming Clark for that role. Clark will be the first to tell you he was fortunate to get drafted by Seattle and was always grateful to the organization for taking a chance on him. As we know around here, Pete Carroll is a big believer in giving players a second chance. Sometimes it works, and other times it doesn't. Too many players stub their toes going after that second chance. Not Clark. He's just taking it all in stride.